AEW Dark and AEW Dark Elevation are reportedly coming to an end amid the upcoming debut of AEW Collision on TNT, as all AEW programming is reportedly to become exclusive to Warner Bros. Discovery in a new television deal. Details on that, plus AEW President Tony Khan has now announced even more tickets have been sold for AEW All In at London's Wembley Stadium. Details on how many tickets have been sold without the event's general admission tickets actually even going on sale until this coming Friday. CM Punk and Nick Aldis reportedly had a conversation backstage at Impact Wrestling this past weekend. Details on what was said between the two. Several titles changed hands at a New Japan Pro Wrestling event that took place today. Speaking of New Japan Pro Wrestling, John Moxley is going to be at the New Japan Dominion event, and Anna Jay discusses what it's like working with Chris Jericho in All Elite Wrestling. Hey guys, welcome back to Wrestling News 365. Hope everyone is doing very well. As always, there are plenty of news stories to get into in a world of All Elite Wrestling. We got to start off talking about a big developing news story today regarding the future, or lack thereof, of AEW Dark and AEW Dark Elevation, but what it could mean for AEW programming moving forward in the future, particularly when it comes to a possible new deal or renegotiated deal with Warner Bros. Discovery and All Elite Wrestling. So let's start off talking about Dark and Dark Elevation first. Two AEW shows are reportedly ending in the wake of one new show debuting. Andrew Zarian of the Wrestling Observer reported via Twitter today that AEW Dark Elevation and AEW Dark have indeed come to an end, at least for now. This is part of a deal that will see AEW Collision debut as a new Saturday show, and all AEW content will air exclusively on Warner Bros. Discovery properties going forward. Zarian notes that Ring of Honor, which streams on ROH Honor Club, will not be affected by this deal. Now, the actual tweet in question from Andrew Zarian was the following, quote, AEW Dark and Dark Elevation have ended for the time being. This is in part to do with AEW signing a new deal for AEW Collision to air on Saturdays. Part of the new deal is that AEW wrestling content will air exclusively on WBD. As of today, this doesn't include ROH. Now, when it comes to Dark, Dark has aired on AEW's YouTube channel on Tuesday nights since 2019, shortly after Dynamite premiered. Dark Elevation was added to AEW's lineup in March of 2021 and streamed on Monday nights. In recent years, Dark Elevation was taped on the road prior to Dynamite airing, while AEW had periodic television tapings for Dark at Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. Both YouTube shows were primarily used to showcase new talent competing against members of AEW's roster. The bouts allowed AEW officials to take a closer look at independent talent around the country that could potentially join the company, while allowing their active roster members to pick up victories and get television reps in. Meanwhile, AEW is yet to make an official announcement regarding Collision, which has all but been confirmed to be debuting on a Saturday in June and will be headlined by the returning former two-time AEW World Champion CM Punk. There have also been rumors of AEW implementing a brand split of sorts, but that has also not been confirmed as of this recording right now. In the midst of all of this news, it appears AEW Rampage will remain on Friday nights on TNT unless stated otherwise. Now, when it comes to, as I mentioned, this Collision show, according to previous reports, the current plan is to present the new show as an equal to Dynamite in terms of star power, presentation, etc. As I spoke about previously, there have been reports of a planned brand split between Dynamite and the Saturday show, largely as a way to keep people separate if they have issues with one another, but also to showcase this larger developing roster which AEW has been acquiring over the last few years. According to Dave Meltzer, the Elite and the Blackpool Combat Club will be staying on AEW Dynamite, while Collision will be headed up by CM Punk. Another major return/debut that we don't know just yet that was reported last week, FTR and potentially Chris Jericho as well. Andrew Zarian previously reported that the show will air on TNT on Saturdays during the 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern time slot. As I mentioned, it is expected that the new show will be called Collision, as AEW previously filed to trademark this term. A bit of an update when it comes to trademark in just a second. But also, as part of this developing story, Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select has also provided an update on this, saying that AEW Dark and Elevation will be wrapping up soon. With All Elite Collision starting soon, it looks like AEW's broadcast plans are changing, per Andrew Zarian. Fight, of course, the smoking gun actually comes from Fight, because they have recently indicated that AEW Dark Elevation was ending its 3-year run. However, it doesn't look to be the only show ending. Broadcast sources indicated to Fightful that that AEW Dark would also be wrapping up sooner rather than later. The show has been airing, as I mentioned, on YouTube since October 2019. Those that Fightful spoke to indicated that almost all AEW programming would be appearing on WBD platforms moving forward. Fightful have also been told that talent being looked at will also still get opportunities. It will just be more likely on the Ring of Honor brand that will kind of turn into a more developmental brand of sorts, which some people had speculated was the best role for it when Tony Khan first acquired it back last year. To the best of Fightful's knowledge, Ring of Honor broadcasts are not part of this new altered deal. They are expecting a new or altered AEW television deal with Warner Bros. Discovery to be announced this month. Of course, there are the WBD upfronts later this month. That's where some are expecting it to be announced that AEW Collision will be coming this June as part of the new Saturday lineup on TNT, with CM Punk being front and center. They're expecting that could be announced by Warner Bros. Discovery later on, so maybe that's where this entire new thing will be officially set in stone. Dave Meltzer has also shared a little bit on this on social media, tweeting, quote, "Dark and Dark Elevation are officially done. Decision made more than a week ago," suggesting once again that this decision has been at least some time in the making. We don't know how officially too long. Now, also when it comes to trademarks, on April 28, 2023, AEW filed several new trademarks related to several pay-per-views and TV show names they had previously registered. Collision, Rampage, Dynamite, All Out, and Revolution have all been trademarked as standalone terms without AEW branding being attached. Revolution and All Out are the March and September pay-per-view names respectively. Dynamite and Rampage are the names of AEW's Wednesdays and Friday flagship TV shows, and Collision is believed to be the name of this upcoming Saturday show. AEW also filed to trademark on AEW Games as the name of its video games division. Of course, there's no real updates on Fight Forever. The last we heard is that promotional material was finished, but it's still kind of in limbo at the moment. So that's kind of the latest when it comes to the developing and changing AEW television landscape. So what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on AEW Dark and Dark Elevation being cancelled, finished for now? What are your thoughts on all AEW television property becoming exclusive to Warner Bros. Discovery? And when do you think we will officially get an announcement regarding AEW Collision? Let me know all of your thoughts about it in the comment section below. And what do you think it means for Ring of Honor too? Is ROH just going to become a developmental brand? Is ROH going to become what Dark and Dark Elevation were? Again, let me know your thoughts on all of it in the comment section below. Now, we spoke yesterday about the real big news, one of the biggest days really ever in AEW's history when it came to ticket sales, because ticket sales yesterday were huge in the first day of the pre-sale for AEW All In at London's Wembley Stadium. The password required pre-sale tickets for AEW All In on August 27 at Wembley Stadium started yesterday, and it quickly made headlines when in excess of 35,000 tickets were reportedly sold, with the number creeping up to 36,000 by the time AEW President Tony Khan confirmed it on Twitter. On Wednesday, today, with the pre-sale continuing, this is just the pre-sale, remember, tickets haven't officially gone on sale to the general public yet, the pre-sale continues today, Tony Khan tweeted another update, and again, it's a very, very, very positive one. We can get it up on the screen right now. He said, quote, "Thanks to our great fans, only 32 hours into the pre-sale for hashtag AEW All In London, we've already sold over 43,000 tickets for over $4.5 million. That's 5.7 or 4.5 million pounds rather. That's $5.7 million before general on sale has even begun, with more great seats going on sale soon. Let's celebrate on Wednesday night, hashtag AEW Dynamite tonight." So again, massive numbers, real massive numbers and impressive numbers that I'm sure some people will still try to dispute, but certainly it's very, very positive. In other words, with this pre-sale still ongoing and with it not even opening up to the general public just yet, All In has outdrawn every event in WCW history and the bulk of New Japan Pro Wrestling's Tokyo Dome shows, which max out at around 45,000 with the stage/ramp setup that fans have become accustomed to. The public on-sale day is Friday, May 5th, that being this coming Friday. So AEW looking very, very, very good. If you're looking for a 90,000 capacity sellout, which is seemingly what it's set up for, they're already nearly halfway there. So again, really, really impressive numbers. Are they going to sell it out? Look, we still don't know, but nevertheless, they are very impressive numbers. And reigning AEW World Champion MJF, he's also responded to the claims that pre-sale tickets for AEW All in London at Wembley Stadium were mainly snapped up by scalpers. It was reported, as I mentioned yesterday, that over 35,000 tickets had been sold during the initial pre-sale window. MJF posted on social media, quote, "The goalpost will always be moved. This app makes up a whopping 7% of our audience," dripping with sarcasm. "None of the takes on this app matter. Only facts matter. The fact is, I'm the best professional wrestler in the world, the biggest minute-by-minute draw in the company, and me and Sammy are going to main event Double or Nothing." As I mentioned, AEW CEO Tony Khan took to social media and described yesterday as one of the best days in AEW history, claiming, as I mentioned, that over 36,000 tickets had been sold. Of course, that has been bumped up today as well. Last month, Khan announced that the company would head across the pond to present its debut show in the United Kingdom on August 27 at Wembley Stadium. All in London at Wembley Stadium will be the first wrestling event to take place at the historic venue since WWE SummerSlam 1992 pay-per-view. Of course, it's the first actual wrestling event to take place at the new Wembley after the old one was demolished as well. Let's talk about CM Punk. Is CM Punk going to be at All In? We don't know. We certainly know he's most likely going to be part of this new Collision show on Saturday night. But just days after CM Punk made an impromptu visit backstage at Monday Night Raw, the AEW star made another unexpected appearance. This time, Punk hung out backstage this past Saturday at the Impact Wrestling taping in Chicago, Illinois. Though she wasn't present at the taping, Busted Open Radio co-host Mickie James shared a humorous story about Punk's interaction with her husband, Nick Aldis. She said, quote, "I heard Punk was there too, and he asked Nick, 'Where's the missus?' James said. And then Nick was like, 'Oh, she's at home.' And Punk goes, 'Yeah, you and me, the only people that people get more excited about seeing our wives more than us.' Punk's wife, AJ Mendez, is a former wrestler who currently works as a mental health advocate, actor, author, and commentator for WOW Women of Wrestling. During her days with WWE, she performed under the name AJ Lee, becoming a 3-time Divas champion and also helping to usher in the women's revolution in the company. James, on the other hand, is a 5-time WWE Women's Champion and a 5-time Impact Wrestling Knockouts World Champion, and almost certainly a future WWE Hall of Famer. Her husband, Aldis, recently returned to Impact, while James had to relinquish the Knockouts Championship last month due to injury. As for Punk himself, the former world champion is reportedly heading back to AEW soon, despite his recent visits to other companies. As of now, Punk is expected to anchor the company's next show, rumored to be called AEW Collision, and to air live on Saturday nights starting next month. Let's switch gears here and talk about New Japan Pro Wrestling, because lots of titles have changed hand today in New Japan Pro Wrestling. There's new gold for 3 New Japan Pro Wrestling staples. Kazuchika Okada, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Tomohiro Ishii won the never openweight 6-man tag team titles at New Japan Wrestling Dontaku, defeating the strong style trio of El Desperado, Minoru Suzuki, and Ren Narita. The finish saw Okada hit Narita with the Rainmaker for the victory. After the bout, Shota Umino appeared and announced that Jon Moxley would be returning at New Japan Pro Wrestling Dominion, indicating that he, Moxley, and a third man would challenge for the never openweight 6-man tag team titles. We'll talk about Moxley in just a second as well. But this marks the first reign as the trio with the never openweight 6-man tag titles for Okada, Tanahashi, and Ishii. This is Okada's first reign overall, Tanahashi's 4th reign, and Ishii's 3rd reign. Strong Style held the titles for 81 days, winning them at New Japan's The New Beginning in Osaka, and made 1 successful title defense. As I mentioned, that wasn't the only title changing hands at the event. We also have a new never openweight champion. Gold has come to the Bullet Club. David Finlay bested Tama Tonga at New Japan Pro Wrestling Dontaku to win the never openweight championship. The finish saw Finlay hit into oblivion to score the victory. After the bout, El Phantasmo, who was kicked out of Bullet Club by Finlay, returned and attacked the new never openweight champion. This marks the first reign as the never openweight champion for Finlay. Tonga's reign lasted 119 days and included 1 successful title defense. But more gold also changed hands at the event too, in Hikuleo grabbing gold too. Hikuleo became the new strong openweight champion at the event, defeating Kenta to capture the title. The finish saw Hikuleo connect with the Godsend to put Kenta down for the 3 count. This marks Hikuleo's first reign as strong openweight champion. Kenta's reign lasted 74 days after he defeated Fred Rosser at New Japan Battle in the Valley. He made 2 successful title defenses. So lots of gold changing hands as we head to a big summer for New Japan Pro Wrestling with the G1, of course Forbidden Door as well, Dominion. It's a big summer for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Speaking of Dominion, Jon Moxley is back, or heading back certainly, to New Japan Pro Wrestling. New Japan revealed that Moxley will be part of New Japan Dominion on June 4th. While not official, Moxley will seemingly team with Shota Umino and a third partner to challenge Kazuchika Okada, Tomohiro Ishii, and Hiroshi Tanahashi for the Never Six-Man Championships, though Moxley has participated in New Japan events in the United States. He hasn't wrestled in front of the Japanese audience since New Japan The New Beginning in Osaka in 2020, that being February 2020, when he faced Minoru Suzuki, so this is the first time Moxley would be appearing in Japan since the pandemic. Moxley is a former IWGP United States champion and has competed in the G1 tournament. Before Moxley heads to New Japan in June, he is set to clash with Kenny Omega in a steel cage match on the May 10th edition of AEW Dynamite. He will also take part at New Japan Pro Wrestling's Resurgence event on May 21st as well. Finally, Anna Jay has spoken up about what it's like working with Chris Jericho in All Elite Wrestling. In July 2022, Anna Jay turned heel by attacking Ruby Soho and aligning with the Jericho Appreciation Society. This allowed Jay to showcase a different side to her personality. In a new interview with PW Mania, Anna Jay discussed her transition from a fan favorite into a villain and what she has learned by working with Chris Jericho. She said, quote, "I like playing the role I'm in right now. It's a lot of fun. I definitely get a lot of hate, whether it's real or not. Whatever it is, it's good and bad. It's good to be able to try these different roles out. My experience level is not the greatest, so I know it's challenging in a good way. It's just been a lot of fun. Obviously, working with Chris is just crazy and an honor as well. I'm definitely appreciating working with him." Jay continued on to explain how Jericho is always accessible to herself and the entire locker room for advice, saying, quote, "Meeting him and working with him in AEW was a crazy experience for me, but I never thought I'd be in a faction with him. I always was able to go to him for advice, but now being able to work right underneath him is cool because I literally get to talk to him every week since he produces a lot of the promos and backstage stuff. It's been such an honor to be able to go to him every week. I cannot say enough good things about him." So Anna Jay likes being a part of the Jericho Appreciation Society indeed. But there you go, guys. This latest AEW news for you. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember, you can join the WN365 roster by clicking that join button, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon.
Hey guys, thank you for watching, listening, streaming, or however you come across this video today. Be sure to click on the video on the right there to watch our next video, or click the bottom there to subscribe, or the bottom right hand corner. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very soon.